And just days ago, they gathered and were schooled in the art of Big Brother by one of the best to ever play the game.
Oh my God, it's time for
Hello, house guests. Oh, hi. How are you? Hi. Amanda, how are you? Nice to see you. Have a seat. Get comfortable.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here, guys.
How am I really here?
As you guys know, I'm a former Big Brother winner, but I'm also a former jury member, so I know what it's like to sit in your shoes, guys. Before we get started, who do you think is going to be joining us as a jury member?
If they were smart, they'd evict Andy.
I agree. I think it's about time that Andy got a taste of his own medicine.
I would like to see McCrae. He had such drive and ambition, and then halfway through the game, it just all flew out the door, and McCrae was no longer this enthusiastic player.
Guys, let's find out who is going to be juror number 8. Come on out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
What happened?
Let's see, Andy won HOH, Andy won veto.
Andy voted me out.
Oh, I know.
Do you know about the exterminators now?
Yep. They told me everything. They told me about the exterminators. They told me about the vote. Alyssa, I'm sorry. Little did I know.
Sucks, doesn't it?
I just want to say I was the first guy in the jury house with all these girls, and I've never seen anything
good or
like
bad?
it. It was a battle zone.
Do a few weeks in the jury house fix the problems in these relationships?
No.
I came in the house. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm not even mad at Andy for lying to my face. I'm not mad at Alyssa for being passive-aggressive.
I'm not used to being around people that are as in your face, and so if I said things that were passive aggressive, I didn't mean it.
You go through a traumatic experience and it's supposed to be like, oh, the game is over, I forget everything you said.
Candace, the reason why you don't like me is because I wanted Howard gone from a game standpoint.
I'm not mad at you for wanting Howie out of the game. That is the point of the game. I get it. I don't like you, and that's it. It's not killing me. Everything's happening, Candyland. You're just not there with me. Duh.
All right. Next.
Who owes Candyland an apology?
I mean, Aaron and I have exchanged apologies, and actually, Aaron and I have become really, really good friends, and we've learned
I'm sure
a
you
lot.
guys are like best buds.
Candace and I actually got along the entire
We got along
time.
the entire
More than
time.
anybody else.
She help you make your bed in the jury house? Guys, I'm all for you guys yelling at each other. In fact, I encourage it, but let's move on. Let me ask this question. Did Gina Marie make the biggest move of the summer?
Oh, yeah. She made the move everyone was too afraid to do.
What is that move?
Getting Amanda out. I mean, I was so jealous because I wanted to do it, but I mean, she did it, and I was so proud of her.
She did it flawlessly. The girl has guts.
It's not what she did, it's what she didn't do.
What
that
did
could
she
cause
not
it.
do?
She did not really play the game up until she joined the Exterminators Alliance.
She kicked you out.
Exactly, and she got into the Exterminator Alliance, and they most likely advised her to do so.
I think it's awesome that you couldn't manipulate her because you could manipulate so many people, and the fact that you couldn't manipulate her makes me want to vote for her even more.
But I came here to play a game, and for me, a lot of things were personal.
Candace, it sounds like you are voting solely based on character.
Yeah, Gina Marie really hurt me.
What's the single best move that Andy made that could win him this game?
I think finally, like, working with a group at the end, you know, and settling for it and not being such a floater. I think he was so scared about being a floater this whole time.
So his big move is deciding to not be a floater now that he's in the final 3? I mean, that sounds like the world's worst big move.
Framing me for the vote to get Amanda out.
Andy did backstab people, and at what point does that play into it? You know,
It doesn't.
That's your opinion, though. Like maybe
It's a lot of people's opinion because it's a game.
He's just cute when he's backstabbing you. Damn it! Like I don't know.
Don't vote on who your friend is, though. Vote on the gameplay that you actually think needs to win the game, you know?
You don't like Gina Marie because of your social interaction with her, yet you guys all seem to forgive Andy.
He never got personal.
I mean, Andy knew how to say things to people. He was very well-spoken. Gina Marie was very blunt. If we were going to give it on those two people, I think Andy just played a more tactful game.
But Amanda's very blunt.
Oh, I know, and that's why I know she'd go before me.
Stop. Did he just say?
My whole plan was originally to cut you at the very end.
I figured that although we always had a final two, I never thought that you would take me to the final two because you thought that I would win over you, which I probably would have.
Were any of you guys nominated against Spencer when you were evicted?
I was.
I was.
That's a lot of you guys. 6 out of 8. I mean, why didn't you guys vote him out?
But people are keeping Spencer around because they know that they can beat him. So he has really no blood on his hands. And that's why he's made it so far, in my opinion.
I'm pretty good at Big Brother, and one of my strategies was never getting blood on my hands. I'm not saying Spencer and I had the same game by any means. I'm just saying that not getting blood on your hands is a viable strategy in my opinion.
They say in Big Brother that, pawns go home, but he was the biggest pawn and he hasn't gone home yet. There's something to be said about that, I think, in this game.
That is amazing that he's went on the block that many times and never went home, but at the same time, like, what else has he done besides that?
He survived losing his best friend Howard in the game. He survived the demise of the moving company. I mean, he's had to really kind of fight from the beginning.
From the beginning, he's had the toughest road out of anyone else that's in the house right now.
Are you deciding here who's the nicest person and who you would like to have over for Thanksgiving dinner? Or are you deciding who is the biggest badass who tricked all of you guys?
I mean, I honestly am not set on one person.
I implore you, decide how you want to vote. Don't let anyone else influence you. At this point, I think it's appropriate that you guys come up with the questions that you can pose to the final players. Those questions are extremely, extremely important because they could have a huge influence, despite what you think now, on your final vote.
Coming up, we'll crown the final head of household live.